Madam Speaker, thank you for this opportunity to support this bill. To me, this is a very important document because I am a mother. And Madam Speaker, I wanted to go on record that somebody, a senator in this House, said that the committee went round the 47 counties just collecting signatures, and I want to say and make it very clear that we went around the 47 counties. The committee went around the 47 counties taking or collecting views of the citizens, and even took views of stakeholders in Nairobi and almost everywhere. They worked with the citizens. And I want to say this is a very important bill, and if it is passed, Kenyans will benefit with many things. Because when you go to devolution, they recommended that counties get 35% of revenue instead of the 15%, and even the Ward Fund, Development Fund, 5% to the wards. There are benefits of women, and even they've suggested of ways of how to have enough women in Parliament and even in the Senate. Madam Speaker, they've also suggested about the Youth Commission, which will have youth, including PWDs, and they'll have a voice in this nation, which our youth has really been crying for many, many years. And given that this bill will pass and will go to the referendum, and those clauses will be changed, women, youth, and even PWDs will benefit a lot. With the microfinance also, SMEs, they will also benefit a lot. And Madam Speaker, I want to speak about the official opposition leader in this country. We really need an official opposition leader in Parliament to have checks and balances to see what the government of the day will be doing, and this will bring down corruption in this country. They've also suggested ways of how the cases of corruption should be done for not long, but for a few months, and then they are done with. Madam Speaker, it is important for inclusivity for us to have the Prime Minister and the deputies and the official opposition leader, so that most of the areas will have representation in Parliament. And I believe, even because those seats are not enough for the representations, the other appointments will cover, and people will feel that they are included in the government of the day. Madam Speaker, still talking on that, we've always had fights after election, after every 5 years, and this country goes into war, and we waste like 2 good years of fighting, taking one another to court and all this and all this. And I believe, Madam Speaker, if this bill will pass, this will be a thing of the past for our country. When you go to 115 of this bill, clause 51, they've also proposed that 204 Article 204 be changed for equalization funds for the marginalized counties, which is to bring them to par with the counties that are ahead of them. And they've also suggested, because for 10 years it has not been used, so they suggested it is moved to 30 years instead of 20 years, so that they can recover the years that has been wasted. And I believe that will bring them to par with the other counties. Madam Speaker, there are a lot of benefits in this, because the SMSs are supposed also to get the 7 years holiday without paying tax after they start their new businesses, and that will enable them will enable their businesses to stabilize and be able to move on. Even our university students, the loans that they are given, the report or the bill also suggests that they are given like 4 years after university so that they can find jobs, work, and then start paying for that. And there are a lot more benefits in this document if you go through it nicely. And I stand to support this bill. Thank you.
Senator Mulgo Alice Chipkorir.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.